Hi, everyone, and welcome to this conversation with Hassan from Euronews, one of our key partnerships in 2025. I'm your interviewer, Leah Russell. I'm part of the marketing team at Opti Digital. And today's guest is someone who truly knows how to navigate the digital advertising world with over 25 years' experience. Hassan, great to see you again. Thanks so much for taking the time today.
No
So, for
problem.
everyone watching, Hassan has been the global head of digital advertising at Euronews for over a decade now. Euronews is one of the world's most multilingual news brands, reaching over 400 million TV homes across 160 countries. So, Hassan, let's get right into the topic. Before you partnered up with Opti Digital, what would you say was the biggest challenge you were facing at Euronews in terms of digital advertising?
Well, I think the first thing was that we had quite a complex ad ecosystem. I think due to the success of our international sales teams, there were periods of the year where we were frequently selling all of our inventory on the site, all of our ad inventory. So we needed a solution that would really increase our ad inventory while still maintaining a positive browsing experience for our users. We also operate in multiple markets, so we needed to be able to manage demand partners on a granular level by country and device. We also had a long list of ad tech partners, and we wanted to consolidate this where possible. Secondly, our programmatic ad performance needed improving. In periods where our direct sales teams were not fully utilizing our inventory, our previous wrapper was not really fully optimized to monetize across all ad formats, and that's the speed necessary to kind of fill those ad requests. So that was an issue. And I'd say finally, in terms of user experience, any improvements that we made had to be invisible to the user so that we could protect the experience, make sure the page load speeds were unaffected, and maintain good core web vitals.
Yes, I think that really highlights the pressures many premium publishers face today, which is achieving, on one side, ambitious revenue goals while preserving the audience, the user experience in a really fast changing environment. So, once you partnered with Opti Digital, what changed most noticeably for Euronews?
Well, we noticed two big changes off the bat, and one was the programmatic revenue significantly increased, and secondly, the ad inventory also increased. The SSPs that were previously performing poorly in the previous wrapper suddenly were generating much more revenue, especially from month two onwards. Opti Digital also helped us set up Amazon TAM at the same time. Your dynamic ad insertion solution also helped us increase ad inventory, and the ad ratio per page view also increased by a very large margin. And this just benefited us also on the direct sales side. On the technology side, ads are now loading 3 times faster than they were previously. So that's obviously a big contributing reason why programmatic revenue increased. This also helps maintain and even improve core web vitals. Operationally, it saved us a great deal of time on day-to-day projects, day-to-day activities with the ad ops team. They're now free to look at more strategic projects that we've got running. And I'd say finally the knowledge aspect has been really key. Working with Opti Digital over the last 6 months, it's like having an extended team that we can kind of call on, ask questions, seek advice on all ad-related topics, really, ad tech topics, and bringing that to us has been really invaluable, actually.
Thank you for that feedback, and that's
Yeah.
definitely a good indication of success, seeing improvement in revenue, core web vitals, and also saving your ad ops team so much time. I think is a really great win. Now, as you mentioned, the ad tech space is very crowded. There are so many partners out there. What made Opti
Yeah.
Digital stand out for Euronews?
I think first off, when we were doing the RFP process back in January, um, what really stood out for me was the founders, Opti Digital's founders, and they came across as very credible. Um, they were very, very willing to be involved from the start in terms of the setup and ongoing support. Um, they're both incredibly knowledgeable, and also having them on the weekly calls on some weeks. Um, the tech guys, the dev guys, the account management team, all very impressive. So that was really, really important. And then I think that another real key has been that your solution is available on the display, video, in-stream video, and app, and that was available from day one. And some of the vendors in the RFP process couldn't offer that, so that was also a big plus. And then finally, Opti Digital really allowed us to consolidate some of our ad tech solutions. For example, the dynamic ad insertion, native advertising. We native advertising. You helped us bring that in house, and the fact that you could do that. Those extra solutions, I think, really, really helps. Went in your favour for sure.
That's great to hear, all this positive feedback. And if we take a step back and focus more on the upper funnel strategy, how does Opti Digital specifically help Euronews bridge the audience data on one side with the revenue insights on the other?
Well, I mean, the platform itself really helps us identify which articles are resonating with our audience and monitor revenue by page article. We can then inform our editorial teams to write further articles on those themes when suitable. We do have internal dashboards with article performance, but to link it back to direct and programmatic eCPMs and revenue in one place is just very, very convenient. We can also clearly see now which traffic sources provide more ad requests per page. So, this illustrates how engaged our user is likely to be once they enter our site. We can then prioritize those traffic sources for further development. More ad requests per page, which obviously means better results in terms of revenue per page.
It's very interesting because it sounds like you're using the platform to inform the entire business and to connect the editorial strategy with revenue. So it's really going beyond the auction. Hassan, thank you so much for sharing those incredibly valuable insights into Euronews' digital advertising strategy. And to wrap up this conversation, I have a last question, which is a bit more personal. So you clearly manage a high-performing team. What's one productivity tip, one work habit or hobby that keeps you focused and successful every day?
I'm very much a details guy. I think my main hobby, most people probably won't know this, but I'm an obsessive watch collector for over 30 years and spend an unhealthy amount of time analysing pricing of different vintage models and contemporary models, and I think that the variations, in terms of pricing, looking at pricing, looking at different details, really helps me on coming back to work, because programmatic is all about looking at the details and really obsessing over them, really, just to find out how we can find gaps and look at ways in which we can be better. So I think it's all in the details.
Well, that's a great parallel, and it's clear that passion for detail does really make a difference in our type of industry. And it's a really nice way to wrap up. Hassan, thank you so much for your time and for sharing the story of this successful partnership with Opti Digital. And to everyone watching, thank you for listening to this video, and let's connect soon. Thank you, Hassan.
Thank you. Thanks very much.